You would think after all these years of us warning people not to inject foreign substances from hardware stores or plumbing supply stores that we'd see less. We see more. How many years ago did you have this surgery?
Last year.
Last year, okay. That's a lot of surgery for a 20-year-old to have. Tell us about that.
So when I was about 15, I ended up having my son.
Okay.
So my breasts, you know, I breastfed, so they got bigger, they got saggy. And then I had my daughter at 17, and same thing happened. And then I realized, you know, I just want to lift and an areola reduction. So I was like, well, let me venture out to Mexico.
What did the doctor say?
So he was like, well, you can't just get a lift because your breasts are going to look ugly.
Why?
You need an implant for the fullness.
Okay, what else did he say?
You need a tummy tuck, too. And I was like, really? And also, I can do lipo.
Kidding me? How much was the charge for all of those things?
$6,000.
For all of it?
Yeah. Yeah, he got me good. So immediately after surgery, I kind of saw like a little bubble on my belly button. And then my tummy tuck incision started doing it. And it was just like yellow and pussy and smelled like death.
Yeah, well, that's what it is. It's tissue death.
Started feeling very weak. I was going to school at the time. I skipped class to go to the hospital, and they admitted me. They told me, your doctor didn't clean his utensils right, so all your body is getting infected now. You're gonna need surgery today. So you were septic. We call that septic, where the
bacteria in your blood.
Bacteria in your blood, where the infection is seeded into your general cardiovascular system.
I had 4 surgeries within 2 months. I had a chunk of my stomach cut out.
We saw that.
Oh. God darn.
I also had the implants I never wanted removed. It was just so scary at the moment. I didn't know how to handle it.
This abdominal situation can't be easy.
No, it's not. It's not easy at all, especially with my 2 little ones. You know, they're at the stage where they like to play horsey, and it's like I can't even get them on my back because it just hurts my scars.
Oh, God.
So what would you like to happen?
My main thing is just fixing up the scars. Also, my areolas, they never got reduced.
For Tatiana's surgery, I'll start by downsizing her areolas and perform a scar revision by cutting out the previous scar in her breasts. Then I will manipulate her breast tissue and perform a breast lift. Next, I'll move on to her stomach by making an incision across her lower abdomen, elevating up the abdominal wall to see if I can find her belly button. Next, I'll tighten her abdominal muscles, remove her scar and excess skin, and hopefully pull her belly button through before closing her up. Be able to remove all her scar and downsize her areola. So far, just scar. And so, yeah, there's nothing. So, I'm kind of screwed. Looking belly button-ish. All right, so that's the last bit of all that scar. Let's close it up. Let's go home. Closing music, please.
I can now run around with my kids and not have pain in my stomach or my back. My belly button now is healed, and although it doesn't look like the average belly button, it's my belly button, and I love it.
You look beautiful.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Before my surgery, my mommy makeover was more of a mommy massacre. My breasts were left saggy with wide areolas and thick scars, and I was missing my belly button. I was so insecure about my body, and I had to use a maxi pad so I could relieve pressure off of my stomach. But now, thanks to Dr. Dubrow, my breasts are perky. My scars are minimized, and I have a smooth tummy with an actual belly button. I love my body now, and I can finally say goodbye to the maxi pads. Bye, Felicia.
Oh, my gosh.
She got injected, and this is what happened to her. This is her today.
Whoa.
She's got a major, major, major problem.
Wow.
Can you please send in Dr. Anderson?
This is a doctor? Holy.
Hello.
Dr. Anderson.
How are you? What do you want us to call you?
Gina.
Gina.
A colleague offered to do filler for me. It was like, you know, I'm in my 40s. I'm going to look a little bit better. And I thought I was getting Restylane or Juvederm.
What was it?
It was silicone.
Ooh.
Obviously, is something that's not FDA approved and illegal to inject. Both cheeks? Anywhere else on the face?
Yeah, it was actually both cheeks I was injected, but it turns out there's no silicone in my left.
What? But
So we think it was 2 different injections.
Yeah, or 2 different products. We're not really sure.
isn't there a notation exactly what was injected?
Mine was lost.
Year 4, boom.
All of a sudden it just went boom, and then there's just huge granulomas.
Yeah, in a day or a week or what?
And almost like in just a couple days.
How many separate operations do you have on this area?
I had 5. The first one wasn't bad and just removed the granuloma, but then it came back. So 4 months later, they tried to get the silicone out, and that didn't work because the granulomas came back.
It just kept coming back and forth.
And then a month later, it just got so much worse. The granulomas actually made a hole in my cheek, a big hole.
Yeah.
They actually did a flap
To the lower eyelid area to reattach the skin.
Then a year later, it was the same procedure, a local skin flap. And then less than a month later, to clean it out again because the granulomas came back.
When was your last surgery?
It was June of last year. I think there might be some silicone, but the granulomas have really decreased a lot.
In the process of all this, what happened to your practice?
I had to close it.
Oh my God.
When you can't sleep and you're in constant pain, it's hard to, think on your feet all the time. And
Yeah.
So you have chronic facial pain.
yes,
What are your goals now? What would you really like to have happen?
to restore my appearance would be great, and also decrease my pain.
For Gina's surgery today, my team and I will begin by removing the scarred down skin under her right eye to free up the nerve and hopefully stop her pain. Then we are going to harvest tissue from her stomach to create a dermal fat graft and rotate the malar fat pad from her lower cheek to fill in the defect and give her volume. Finally, Dr. Masri will perform a closed canthoplasty so that the corner of her eye is symmetric to the left side. What is this right here? Look. Well, look at that. Oh, it's like a big fungal ball. Go ahead and pull it out. Is that fungus or what is
It
that?
actually looks like cotton. We're gonna have to make sure we irrigate out well.
Thank God I found that gauze from the previous surgery. That can cause a chronic, indolent, horrible infection that can eat away her whole maxillary sinus. The eye then can get infected and you can lose vision. All right, Dr. Masri.
So I'm now cutting the graft. Oh, I think this is going to be great.
And our next step is a mid-facelift.
This whole case is a home run.
I think it's a grand slam.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm heading back into surgery today. The last few months have been difficult. The surgery looked great in the beginning, and then I started to have a recurrent swelling, which is a seroma in my cheek that was minimal at first, and then it just got worse. It's actually pretty painful. And I've been having trouble with driving, reading, and sleeping. That kind of really erodes your spirit. And I'm nervous about it, and anything's possible, what could be causing the swelling. So we'll see what Dr. Nassif finds.
This capsule is huge. It's probably about the size of my hand, and it looks like a little monster. For some reason, Gina's body is constantly making fluid in her cheek following her first surgery. Once you keep reaccumulating fluid, then what happens sometimes is you make this capsule around it. Once you make the capsule, the seroma keeps coming back. It becomes a vicious cycle. I need to restore some volume back in Gina's face, so we're gonna have to do another mid-facelift like I did in the first surgery. Once we do that, we need to do a canthopexy on her right eye, which is gonna hopefully lift up the corner to match the good side, the left side. Okay, great job. Thank you very much, everybody. The tissue looks pretty healthy.
Wow, it looks totally unbelievable.
But thanks to Dr. Nassif, we have it removed in the cheek area. My energy level is increasing, and actually my mood has gotten better. My hair loss has stopped, and actually my hair is starting to grow back. My thought process is actually getting faster. I mean, it's just a miracle. I was having all this really bad joint swelling, and it's gone. I was having like daily nausea, and it's gone. It's just life-changing. I think that this is the highlight of just such a rough part of my life.
And this is why we warn patients all the time. Don't have anything illegal injected in your face or your body. Because we don't know the long-term effects, and it really ruined you. It destroyed your life.
Yes.
But here's the horrible thing. We still see in our practice all the time, patients that still do it, day in and day out.
All the time. You would think after all these years of us warning people not to inject foreign substances from hardware stores or plumbing supply stores that we'd see less. We see more.
Like, see, I didn't know this was happening to me, and that's the thing.
And hopefully it's over.
I hope so.
Let's hope so. I'm just so grateful. Thank you so much.